talk about in this episode. We're going to really talk about how people turn. How do they turn around?
If we start talking about turning,
Yeah.
for me, it's just going to be a natural thing to start singing.
Oh, yeah.
To everything. No, I'm going to get in trouble, so you're right. The whole.
Okay. But you have to put away the guitar because we're going to get started.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway, what a song.
Yeah.
Lyrics by Ecclesiastes, by King Solomon.
Yeah. Too bad we didn't have copyright in those days.
Well, it would have already be in public domain, I think.
Well, not necessarily because, he was a king, so he had royalty.
Oh.
That was a good one.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, had I known how funny you were, I would have invited you here.
Okay, are you ready?
I just said there was pizza.
Oh, okay.
5,
Yep.
4.
הודו לזכר קודשו והודו לזכר קודשו הודו לזכר
You've been here before, and you're back again now. Welcome to When the Land Sings with Yehudah Katz and Gedaliah Gurfein. Yehudah, my man, what is it today?
Today it's, my man, who's the man? It's about who's the man.
Oh, who's the man?
We're not talking politics here.
Right.
We're talking about who's the man. Mi ha'ish.
All right.
Who is the man
Right.
that what? Loves life.
Who is the man who loves life?
It's so sad to me to travel around and see sad people.
So what are you going to do about it? I mean,
Well-
people deal with a lot of stuff that's understandable that they should be
Right,
sad.
but at some point, you got to find a little happy point.
Right. But I think the question is, though, how do people turn it around from that negativity into that positive feeling?
All right, so King David gave the answer. He gave the formula.
So
He
share
says,
it with us.
Sur meira, turn away from the bad. Va'aseh tov. Sometimes we're trying to just be do-gooders, and we think that's going to kind of wash away our regular ways. Not yours, mine. And thing is, I have to first acknowledge, okay, some stuff that I do, maybe not so nice. So by acknowledging it, okay, I say, okay, ready. I'm ready. Sur meira, I'm ready to turn away from bad. Then va'aseh tov. And I can do something good for the world.
So it begins with a resolution to disconnect to the bad, and
Yep.
then in order to engage with the good.
And then, bakesh shalom. Then I'm in a place where I can really, really request peace and run after it. Now, who do you think that's talking about?
Running after peace? Well,
Yeah.
you said it was King David.
No. I said King David wrote the psalm.
So who was he writing about?
Who is he writing about? Well, he could have been writing about you and me, but as soon as I
Right.
hear the term bakesh shalom, he wants peace, v'rod for you, and he ran after it, I immediately think of the Mishnaic source in Ethics of Our Fathers, in Pirkei Avot, where we talk about Aaron HaKohen, Aaron the high priest.
Your great-great-grandfather.
Nachon. Ohev shalom. He loved peace. Rodev shalom. He didn't just love it. He ran after it.
Wasn't enough to just sit back and say, I want peace.
That's right.
Right.
But here's the beautiful, beautiful teaching from Rav Kook, the former chief rabbi of Israel, the first chief rabbi of Israel. He says about the rest of that Mishnah, who was Aaron HaKohen? Ohev et habriot. He loved all of God's creations, no exception. Umekarvan la Torah. And that was what brought them to wanting the Torah. It wasn't like Aaron HaKohen going out in the street with the microphone saying, hey, who wants a little Torah? Come on, you want to buy some Torah? I love the Torah. It's the greatest thing. I got some great gift for you. No. It was through his behavior, Rav Kook says, that he loved everybody so much. Everybody who met him said, give me some of that.
Give me some of
Give me
that.
some of that. I want some of that.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, it's interesting listening to you. You remind me of a story from the Chazon Ish, also a great rabbi in around the same time in Israel, on the other side of the country, though, whereas Reb Kook was Jerusalem, he was in Bnei Brak.
Yes.
And he actually talks about this same Mishnah that you're referring to, and he asks an interesting question, if I recall it correctly. And it says, why at the end of it does it say, after all of these things, and bring people close to Torah? Wouldn't the goal be bring people close to God? Mm-hmm. Isn't the whole idea that, there are people who have not woken up to God, and here's his chance to bring people to God? And so he says something brilliant, which is that there's really nothing more arrogant than for a person to think that they're closer to God than another person. And therefore, no matter how learned or religious or spiritual that person is, and how seemingly non-religious and non-spiritual that other person is, there's no way to know which of those two are closer to God. Maybe they're even the same distance or closeness or proximity, but there's no way to know, because sometimes things are not as they seem. And so therefore, the only thing you can know is, regardless of where that other person is, just like you and me, we can always become more. We can learn more. We can be tomorrow who we weren't yesterday. And that happens through the dissemination of wisdom. So that's why he says, the Mishnah says, you can't bring somebody close to God, because that would be very arrogant to assume you could. But you can bring someone close to God's wisdom, the Torah, and through that, no matter who they are, they will become higher and more.
That's really interesting, because as you were telling that over, I was thinking, wow, let's really make it simple.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the singing together and back to the dancing together. If we're all standing in one circle, arm in arm, we're all in one circle, 152 people, who's closer to the center? You, me, him, her? Who's close?
Right.
What right?
No, you're right. Nobody is.
Nobody.
Or we all are.
And we all are.
Right.
That's the center. God is in the center, and all we need to do is keep that circle intact.
Right. You've given new definition to the term up in arms.
All right.
So what's our song that ties
Our
this
song
together?
is called Mi Ha'ish. Who's the man?
Right. Who's the man? You're the man.
We're doing it now.
חפץ חיים, אוהב ימים לראותו. מי האיש החפץ חיים, אוהב ימים לראותו. ושפתיך מדבר מרמה, סור מרב עשה טוב, בקש שלום ורודפהו. יצור לשונך מהרה, ושפתיך מדבר מרמה, סור מרב עשה שלום ורודפהו, בקש שלום ורודפהו. מי האיש החפץ חיים, אוהב ימים שפתיך מדבר מרמה צור מרע ועשה טוב בקש שלום ורוד והוא ניצול לשונך מרע ושפתיך מדבר מרמה צור מרע ועשה טוב בקש שלום ורוד והוא בקש שלום ורוד והוא לכו בנים לכו בנים שמעו לי לכו בנים שמעו לי יראת השם על שפתיך מדבר מרמה צור מרע ועשה טוב בקש שלום ורוד והוא ניצול לשונך מרע ושפתיך מדבר מרמה צור מרע ועשה טוב בקש שלום ורוד והוא בקש שלום ורוד והוא מי האיש החפץ חיים אוהב ימים לראותו
I was looking here while you were doing that, trying to find something that ties together with this idea of Mihaish, who is the one, right? So it's an interesting thing. The word ish, although often and correctly so translated to mean the person, it's really a title. Because, for example, it doesn't just mean a person. Like we say, for example, God is ish milchama, a man of war. Well, it doesn't mean God is a man of war. But the term ish means that he is the master over war. And when we talk about Jacob in the Bible, we call him an ish ohel tam, a man who sits with simple purity in the tent of God. But that's as a title, that's an award. So really, if you think about it, is this idea of reaching the level of desiring life and all the goodness that comes with it. I mean, to desire life is the total opposite of a murderer. It's the total opposite of someone who would kill another person for any cause. Because you love life so much, you become the title ish. You receive the reward of that highest level that God made humans to be, which is to become the ish, the man of desiring life.
It's one of the greatest aspects that I find, one of the greatest gifts of living in Israel. I travel around the whole country, no matter where I go, every single member of the Am Yisrael, no matter what their political views are, they all want peace. We all value life. We're valuing life. It's a common denominator that we have, and it's amazing.
Right. That's a very important thing. So I was just wondering, maybe you want to just help us with a full English understanding of the song you sang, and then maybe you'll even share a little piece.
Well, I'll tell you what I thought as I was sitting here, and we were talking. I thought, well, we mentioned Sur Meira Va'aseh Tov, but what is the lead up to that in this song? The lead up to that song is I want life. That's a person. That's a real person who wants life. The first step, Nitzor Lishoncha Meira. Stop your tongue from speaking bad. Because think about it. Sometimes, we think that we can be bad in certain situations and, then forget about it. And now I want to be good. No, I have to be proactive about staying away from the bad. Litzor, Lishoncha Meira. I'm singing there. מרע ושפתיך מדבר מרמה. Keep your lips from speaking trickery. I love that line. Because, okay, I didn't talk bad. I wasn't lying. I was just being PC.
Right.
I was sort of telling the truth. Oh, not really. לשונך מרע ושפתיך מדבר מרמה. סור מרע ועשה טוב, רק שלום ורודפהו. ניצור לשונך מרע ושפתיך מדבר מרמה. סור מרע ועשה טוב, רק שלום ורודפהו. רק שלום ורודפהו. It's a tahalich, we call it. It's a process.
Right.
We always want to let me fix it right now overnight. Doesn't happen. God can do keherify in the blink of an eye, but I need to have a little process.
Yeah.
So first I have to want life. Then I got to do something about it. It's nice to want it, but okay, I'm going to stop talking bad. Once I stop talking bad, probably I'll stop doing bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can really see all the good I do. See, that's also part of the thing. You do a lot of good stuff, thank God. But sometimes you don't know it because you're so busy thinking about the bad you did, you forgot that you got a lot of good.
Right.
And that's so, so, so important.
Right. Yeah, I think about that a lot. When you talk about like the mouth of a person and what comes out of it, I feel sometimes like people like aerosol cans and, and so you got to just really put a nice smell into the world with some good words.